And again, the child trusted them, that they had their back. So when you have that strong trust in childhood, then you feel comfortable being able to take risks and doing things even when it doesn't necessarily feel good and you know you need to do it. Hey guys, welcome back. It's Missy, and today we're going to talk about how the father wound causes laziness. Now, I don't really like the term lazy because it feels so derogatory. We all have moments where we're feeling demotivated, but their father wound does cause a discipline issue, which we're going to get into. Before we get started, if you're new here, welcome. If you struggle with anxiety, don't forget to check out my book, Anxiety at the Root. It's linked down below. You can also get a copy on Amazon now. Link is all down below. Let's get into today's video. So the father is heavily involved in creating physical safety for children. They are the protectors and they teach respect, boundaries, and discipline. When a father falls short on those things, or a child doesn't feel like they're being provided the things that they need in order to thrive, as a child to an adult, that's when a father wound will develop. You don't have to have like the most abusive father. You can have a really good dad, but he may fall short on some things, which then can cause a father wound. We are all not perfect. There's different scales of it. It could be a little bit of an issue, and then you have more of an abusive dad or a neglectful dad or an absent dad, then that's going to be a bigger father wound. So when it comes to like laziness is a procrastination of doing things that you know you need to be doing or you know would be helpful for you to do. It's not that you don't want to do it, it's that you don't have a drive to do it. And it really comes down to, there's fear of failure, there is fear of rejection. There are emotional wounds like fear of rejection or abandonment, when going after things, but the primary thing really is it's a discipline issue. Discipline is when you are able to behave in a controlled manner and follow certain rules. So you see, it really has nothing to do with motivation. It has to do with your ability to just do things, even whether it feels good or not, you just know you need to do them. That's why I don't even really like the word motivation, because motivation is so emotional. There's times when you feel good, there's times you don't feel good and you want to do things, but discipline is the ability to do things whether you feel good or not. And your ability to have discipline really does come down to your relationship with your father and how your father taught you discipline. And if he made it a safe environment for you to be able to respect him and follow him and to become disciplined. Now, you may think you're disciplined, but if you are someone that does not or has a hard time doing things, if like it doesn't involve another person or you don't have to do it, like there's not some sort of consequence, then that is a father wound. Because discipline, again, you don't have to have someone hovering over you making sure you're doing it. You're able to do it because you know you need to do it, and like you have the drive and the discipline again to do it. It doesn't mean that when you're feeling like lazy that you don't understand you need to do something and the benefits of doing it. That's not the problem. It's more so that you don't have the discipline to do it because you didn't have a foundation where you trusted, which I'm going to go into in a second. So when you have too strict of a father where you feared him, or he was just annoying, he was authoritarian, he just kind of bark orders at you, or again, he was just too aggressive, then you're going to do things out of fear, not because you respect him and you value what he has to say. So that's why you'll have discipline where you'll do things when you have to do it, when a boss tells you to do it, or when like a friend asks you to do something, you're able to do it. But when it comes to your own self, you're not able to follow through because that trust wasn't formed. You didn't trust your dad, you feared him. Or you had an extreme on the opposite end where you had too passive of a dad where you didn't respect him. He didn't show you could trust him because he was not someone that maybe had your back or made you feel safe in the world, or maybe taught you how to be a man, or made you feel good as a little girl, like made you feel protected as well. You don't have, when it's a passive father, you don't have a strong role model to enforce things. When it comes to discipline, healthy discipline, and with a father figure that you do trust, it's someone that like you can look up to because they're a person of their word, they follow through, and they also are someone that you really respect what they say, and then you follow it because you respect what they say. And that's the people you see that have genuine discipline, is that they had a father that laid down the rules and kind of showed in life how to be disciplined. They didn't bark orders, or they didn't, you know, be too passive. It was in the middle where it's like, hey, they were a strong role model where they showed the importance of doing things even when it didn't feel good. And again, the child trusted them, that they had their back. So when you have that strong trust in childhood, then you feel comfortable being able to take risks and doing things even when it doesn't necessarily feel good and you know you need to do it. You just do it because you need to do it. So going a little more further into why fathers can also cause laziness, is they cause a lack of internal drive. So because fathers are the primary ones who do teach discipline and perseverance, if they had a father that was absent or too critical or too aggressive, then you may not develop the internal push to work hard. And that's where that motivation comes in. There's a lack of internal drive from the lack of feeling that safety and that person that you could rely on in childhood that made you feel protected no matter what, and that you did respect, that they knew what they were doing. That causes you to not fully trust in yourself, and for you to know what you're doing because you didn't have someone that laid that groundwork to show like, hey, I know what I'm doing. You can also learn these things and know what you're doing too, and trust and feel secure in yourself. The next is fear of failure and rejection. If you had a father that made you never feel good enough, you might avoid and procrastinate challenges. If you feel worthless or that you can't do things, then you're not going to try to take risks. It takes confidence in order to try things and do things and be persistent and believe in yourself and feel good about what you're doing. If you didn't have the strong male role model that believed in you and help you feel that you could do things, and they didn't show you the way, then you also had someone that put you down constantly or made you feel insecure, then why would you feel secure enough to continue to move forward and do things for yourself? You won't. You won't believe in yourself because you didn't have a father that believed in you. The next is subconscious rebellion. If you had a father that was too strict or demanding, you may want to be defiant and rebel against him. The idea of discipline is something that irritates you, and it's something that you may just want to subconsciously rebel against and say, you know, I don't want to do these things. Even if your father isn't involved, you may sabotage yourself and say, I'm not going to do these things, because the idea of discipline and doing things that you don't want to do has turned you off so much because of the way that your father approached it. So this causes you to lead to avoidance and being more passive towards situations in life. And the last one is low self-worth, which is, we touched a little bit on that. You may feel unworthy of success, and this can cause a lack of effort or self-sabotage. Your father really does have a lot to do with your self-worth, on top of your mother as well. I'm going to make another video about self-worth and how the mother and the father wound can create self-worth issues, but the mother really does have to do with like the emotional aspect of creating emotional safety, of building you up with like words. And then the father more so is action-based self-worth, of like, here, I did this thing, you can do this thing too. It's showing you the way, where the mother is telling you the way. So these are some things that can cause laziness based on the father wound. Once again, like I always say in my series, you're not doomed if you struggle with this, or you can relate to this in any type of way. If you struggle with like laziness or not being motivated, just know that once you tackle the wound at its core, like the father wound, that's what you have to do, is you have to figure out, okay, you have to figure out, why am I struggling? That's the first thing to do, is which of these things can I relate to, of why I don't feel disciplined? Aside from it being a lack of safety and not having a father that showed you the way, is it, did you have more of a passive father? Did you have an aggressive father? Are you rebelling? Do you feel unworthy? Do you have fear of rejection rather? Like, what are the core wounds? Then once you are aware of that, then you want to tackle those wounds. One, if you're rebellious, you're gonna have to go against that rebellion and say, hey, protective self, like, I can do it from here. If you are struggling with feeling unworthy, you're gonna have to build yourself up, and one of the ways to build yourself up is to set a goal and achieve it. I have a whole video on raising self-esteem, which I'll leave right here. And then you gotta kind of figure out the wound and see what you truly need to help you heal that wound. And just know everyone has moments of like, you know, just wanting to chill and, you know, not do anything, and that's okay. But if you notice it's a consistent problem, no, like it's not motivation or like feeling good that's gonna help you be persistent. It's more so learning about discipline and the importance of discipline and applying discipline to your life. So what do you guys think? Leave it all in the comments below. And please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share with someone that you think may need it. And don't forget to check out my book. Until next time, thanks for watching. Bye guys. So going a little farther, oh, I don't know why that, oh, it's breakage.